Hey, what's up guys, Team Booster Break, and in this video I'm going to be showing you my entire Amiibo collection. And as you can see, there is a lot of it, but I also have a shelf above that and then just a couple things down here. But it's going to be split into 3 parts, all in one video, but 3 separate parts. I'm going to show you my main collection, which is Unsealed. It's 33 out of 36. I'm missing Ike, Captain Falcon, and DDD. I'm going to get them eventually because I know DDD and Ike are having restock, so fingers crossed for that. And then I have, I want to say 16 or 17 sealed Amiibo. And then, yeah, then that's it. So just those 2 parts. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you my sealed or my unsealed main collection first, and here that is. Also, I want to point out really quickly that a lot of the Amiibo you see, you can check out BigBadToyStore.com, and they will most likely have the ones you want, as well as a bunch of other amazing things. So of course, starting off, we've got Mario. Pretty cool looking figure. I'm not going to say much about any of the figures because there are so many, so they're going to be pretty quick. So we have Mario. Then of course we have Peach, who looks really cool, and I absolutely love the gold detail, and I just love gold paint, so I'm kind of biased, but yes. Then we have Yoshi from the Super Smash Bros. Line. I do like this one a lot more than the Super Mario Bros. Yoshi. Link. And if you guys watched my top 10 best common Amiibo video, you would have seen that this is definitely my favorite common Amiibo they've ever made. This is just so cool. You've got Pikachu. Really cool. I originally started collecting Amiibo because I wanted to get all of the Pokemon ones. But as you can probably tell, it definitely ventured out. But Pikachu and Mario were my first ever Pokemon, or not Pokemon, but they were my first ever Amiibo. Then probably the smallest Amiibo, we have Kirby. Like, this thing's honestly, it's probably like 2.5 inches tall. It's very small, not even 2.5 inches. I would say like 2. It's a very small figure. But yes, Kirby is small, so it would make sense. DK, Donkey Kong. One of the coolest. I wish I put him higher up on the list when I made that video. But yeah, Donkey Kong, I mean, he looks incredible. What can you say? One of the most underrated Amiibo I think they've ever made, we have Fox. Just look at that detail. Wow. Absolutely love this Amiibo. Another incredible Amiibo, this is Samus. I absolutely adore the glossy paint, man. The metallic paint looks freaking awesome. It is baller status. It is certified baller status. Okay. Alright, so now we're getting into the Holy Trinity. We have Wii Fit Trainer. I mean, if it wasn't rare and if I didn't want to complete the Amiibo set, I would never buy it. But I do want to buy all the Amiibos, so I have to buy this one. Then, of course, we have Villager. Looking pretty sweet. And to finish off the Holy Trinity, we, of course, have Marth. So, the sword isn't actually bent at all, really. So, I got very lucky. But yeah, so, here's a good look at Marth. Definitely a really cool one. So that completes Wave 1. I have all of Wave 1 completed. So to start off Wave 2, we have Zelda. Zelda is another extremely underrated Amiibo. Just if you look at the detail there, and then like on the back here, it's all embossed, and her hair, definitely underrated, but whatever. We have Zelda. Diddy Kong. Looks pretty freaking cool. Diddy Kong, though, is the only one. It's really funny to me, like that's why I'm not too angry about it, but it really does look like he's just peeing. That pea yellow stand, what were they thinking? And then we have Luigi in the planking position. Gotta love this one. This one I did get from, I got a couple of these, but this was one I remember getting from Big Bad Toy Store. Love this guy. Then one of my favorite Amiibo, we have Little Mac. It just looks like if you didn't know who Little Mac was, you would just think it was a really cool looking boxing figure, really. So Little Mac, gotta love this one. The only problem with Little Mac is that he's a lot smaller than I thought he would be. Like, he's very short. I'm not sure if it's the scale to how he is and how he's supposed to be portrayed. But compared to like Marth and everything, he's a wee little guy. So I don't get that. But it reminds me of I like this pose a lot because he just punched someone. He just threw a haymaker at someone. So right across from this figure, right about here, there's somebody who's in a lot of pain right now. All right, we have another awesome one. It's none other than Ike. Check that out. Still haven't got around to playing Kid Icarus Uprising. I will. Don't worry, I will. But yeah, I really like this is one of those colored stands that works. It just works. So I don't have Captain Falcon as I said, so that's actually the last of Wave 2. So to start Wave 3, we have Rosalina, one of my favorite amiibo of all time. It's not necessarily because I like Rosalina or anything. It's just something about this figure that I don't know, I'm drawn to it. I think it's pretty cool. But that's really it. I definitely think, well, I'll talk about that later. We'll discuss more of my favorites. This is one of them, Rosalina. And Luma. Rosalina and Luma. Only in America do they call it Rosalina. I don't know why. Next, we have Bowser. Looking intimidating. Really cool. I mean, to be honest, he's in such a similar pose to the Super Mario one. It's kind of annoying. It really is. We've got ourselves a Lucario. Really cool. It's kind of plain, to be honest. I was a little disappointed. I mean, there's not much you can do with Lucario, but it just feels kind of plain. And another thing I don't like is how his foot wiggles. I'm not sure if everyone's is like that, but as you see, it's not even on the stands, or if it's just mine. But who knows? We have Lucario. Then we got Toon Link. Shield's looking awesome. Sheath is looking awesome. Everything about this thing is awesome. Sheik. Really cool. This one's another underrated one. This one everyone thought was going to be rare. Didn't end up being rare, but still one of those ones that you should get if you're on the fence. Detail is just pretty sick. Next up, we have another one of my favorites, Shulk. Again, it goes back to talking about how detailed and cool it is, but trust me, this thing is freaking detailed and cool. Oh, God, he looks so awesome. Can't wait to use... after watching the Nintendo Direct for Xenoblade, it doesn't look like it's going to be able to do too much. Hopefully they implement some more stuff later on. So basically, this amiibo is pretty worthless at the moment, but looks-wise, it's just amazing. Of course, you have to have Sonic. Another one of my favorites. Just grew up playing Sonic the Hedgehog, so a lot of sentimental value with Sonic. Then we have another one of my favorites. Favorite commons, at least. Is that some dust or something? We have Mega Man. And of course, the cool thing about Mega Man is that glossy paint. I just really like the glossy paint. And he's one of the most customizable amiibo I figured. Not I figured, but it seems like he's one of the most easy amiibos to use. Or custom paint, whatever. And of course, I don't have DDD, so the last Super Smash Bros. Amiibo I have is my current absolute favorite amiibo of all the amiibo. It is Meta Knight. Just everything about it is awesome. There's nothing you can say. It's detailed, it's... color scheme is, I mean, this color scheme is just Meta Knight. That's not really the amiibo, but you get what I'm saying. Just everything about this amiibo is awesome. And I love playing him in Smash. That's another reason why. Even though I don't really like his side B, but that's besides the point. So guys, that does it, like I said, for the Super Smash Bros. Amiibo. Now we're going to move on to the final 7 of the Super Mario Amiibo. And then that'll be it. And then I'll move on to other stuff. So... here we have regular old Mario. I love the stands that they chose. The red just looks amazing. Then we have Peach, and this Peach is not even close to detail. I mean, just to give you a quick look. I mean, look at the difference. The Super Smash Bros. Peach is so much... like, it's better in every single way. Like, Oh, what were they thinking? Then, of course, next to, you know what, this is my favorite from the Super Mario Bros. Line. We have Toad. Just a really funny looking amiibo. It just says Toad, and it's just really cool. Then we've got the inferior Luigi. Super Smash Bros. 1 is better. We've got Yoshi, and I'm not sure. I think it goes. He stands this way, or does he stand this way? He does. He stands this way. Okay. So regardless, the other one's better anyway. But this one's still pretty neat. It's bigger, so if you want like a bigger figure, you don't really care what the bottom looks like, get this one. Then, of course, Bowser, which, like I said before, it's amazing. It's extremely heavy. It has insane detail all on him. But, I mean, that's just a really cool shot right there. But he really does look like... The only difference is that this one's like taller and bigger, and he's more upright. That's honestly the only difference. And his hands, obviously, are in different positions. But look at that. Color's a little bit different, too, now that I look. But, yeah, overall, which one do I like better? Probably the Super Mario Bros. One I like a lot better. Just because it's bigger and, I don't know, just looks cooler, I guess. And the final unsealed amiibo in my collection. One of my favorite amiibo. It is truly amazing, and I want to give another shout out to Shazam for hooking me up. But ladies and gentlemen, we have the ever so amazing Gold Mario. Like, if there's one amiibo you should get, I mean, obviously I like Meta Knight, but this thing is amazing, and it is truly one of my favorites. So I can't explain in words how happy I am to have this. I've been on the hunt to get another one sealed. I will eventually. Just as soon as I grow a pair and decide to, just buy one from a scalper. But yeah, so finishing off the unsealed, my main collection. This is my main collection, my main amiibo collection. I just have a couple sealed, and that's it. But yeah, so finishing off the collection is the Gold Mario. Alright guys, so in order for you to actually be able to see everything, I had to move my camera way back. So anyway, now here is my sealed amiibo collection. There's 17 in total, and it's really only my favorites or rare ones, or basically all of these I've gotten on sale, and that's why I bought them. I'm not a sealed amiibo collector, or an NIB collector as they say. It's just that when good amiibo are on sale, like for example Toys R Us does the BOGO 40% off, that's a must, and then Target does sales a lot. So anytime I see that, I usually pick them up, and this is what I have accumulated over time. Now, it's not going to be in any specific order. Well, actually, I think it will be. But anyways, we'll start off. We've got Yoshi, and I'm not going to go too in-depth because, like I said, you guys did already see all of these in full detail. Then we've got Link, Pikachu, Kirby, DK, of course one of my favorites, Samus. Unfortunately, I still don't have a Luigi, so that means I have no Wave 2 sealed, but I do have some Wave 3. So we have Bowser, Toon Link, freaking dent in the corner. Didn't even notice that until now. Probably did that myself, gosh darn it. Sheik, Sonic, and then of course you have to have one of my favorites, Mega Man. So this is the last of the Super Smash Bros. Amiibo that I own sealed. Now to start off the ones I own from the Super Mario Brothers that are sealed, I have one regular Mario just because this is a staple, I think. And I just really, really like it. It's clean and simple, and it's Mario. I do want to get a Mario Smash Bros. One too, just because it's Mario, you know. And then I'm going out of order, but the last four are all the same. Then we have a Bowser. Again, you guys, if you watch some of my other videos, I just really like this Bowser. So got him sealed. And then last but not least, we have Toad. But we don't just have one Toad. We have a total of 4 Toad. Now, the reason why I have these is because 2 of them I want to get sent. I'm not going to give you my ideas. One of them has been done before, so I'll tell you. I want to get a Captain Toad treasure tracker one. I want to get a custom one. This one is going to be a secret. And then these 2 I just have because they were supposed to be rare, and they still are kind of rare, so it's just nice to have it. But these 2 are going to be customs when I send them off, and then these 2 are just going to be staying sealed in my collection. I'm not going to resell them or anything because I think they only go for like 25 bucks anyways, even though they're not, I've seen them in a lot of places. But anyways, that is my entire Amiibo collection. Now, oh, and I also have, hold on, I also have this. This is just like an Amiibo carrying case. I'm sure you guys have seen. You open it up, and it's just as a circle, basically. Hold on. See? Nothing too interesting there. But yeah, so that is my entire Amiibo collection. Now I'm going to go ahead and do an overview, and you'll see all of them in one shot. And yeah, that'll be it. Alright, so guys, this is what it looks like when it's all on the shelf. I am going to eventually like reorganize it a little bit because I don't like, I don't know, I think it's okay to stack them, but it makes me feel kind of weird doing it. But here are the Super Mario Brothers ones, looking all cool. Of course, you got him. Can't wait to get him sealed. It's going to happen. Then, of course, we have some of these. These are all my main, these are my main Amiibo, as you could tell. And then right down here, I just have a Toon Link and a Sheik along with my carrying case. And I do want to get the mystery block one. I think you can only get that at Target, maybe. I've only seen it at Target at least. But yeah, and this is the rest of my shelf. I will eventually do like a shelf tour. But yeah, guys, so that is my entire Amiibo collection. So guys, that's going to do it for my entire Amiibo collection. Really quick, I forgot to show you. Here are all of the cards. I do keep all of them. So I just forgot to show you those. But yes, that was my entire Amiibo collection. I'm pretty proud of it, and it's taken a lot of time and money to collect this. But it's a really great hobby, and I enjoy it. So that is going to do it. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like down below, and also leave a comment on, let me know what's your favorite Amiibo, or what do you have in your collection, anything you want. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.